Welcome back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. If you are just tuning in, our focus this morning has been on homelessness. My next guest has been serving Milwaukee's homeless population for more than 30 years. MacCanon Brown is the president of the MacCanon Brown Homeless Sanctuary located on Milwaukee's north side. How are you, MacCanon?
I'm doing well. Thank you. So good to be with you, Andrea.
It's always good to see you. And I think it's safe to say that the phrase hardship on hardship, that's a good way to probably describe what those who are described as being homeless has gone through with this pandemic. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Just innumerable challenges that are often insurmountable.
Yeah, for sure. So you know firsthand what some people are feeling because, as I said in introducing you, you've worked with individuals for over 30 years and you fought for individuals who are experiencing homelessness, but you fight for them to have resources and most of all, their dignity. So if you would talk about some of what you've witnessed specifically during this pandemic in dealing with the subject of homelessness.
Yes, there is a whole lot of where people are giving up. They are just giving up. The systems for helping people, a lot of them aren't working. The shelters are full. All of the shelters have been full for a while. And even to get in one, there's this whole quarantine process to get into an overnight shelter.
Wow. Wow.
But the people who are homeless are not all in shelters, as you know, Andrea.
Very well know that. So I guess I'm more interested in knowing that during this pandemic, you've also had to work on getting the MacCanon Brown Homeless Sanctuary up and running, and it has been in the works for a while now, and this is something that I think it's safe to say near and dear to your heart. So it would be awesome to get an update on where you are with the sanctuary.
I appreciate this opportunity, and it's once again an honor to be with you, Andrea, on your program. We are, as some people describe us, the little engine that could. In 2014, we had no financial resources at all, no human resources, just the organization, the name that other people gave it, and the vision, which is a vision that is part of who I am helping to deliver. And we were we found ourselves establishing in the 53206 zip code, which is Wisconsin's most extreme food desert and the most resource scarce and impoverished area of Wisconsin. And in that area, there's the largest concentration of doubled up homeless people. When we talk about homelessness, there's all kinds of ways to be homeless, as you know. People can be living in cars. People can be living in abandoned buildings. People can be what they call couch surfing, meaning you stay on one person's couch for 3 nights and then you go to another friend's house and so forth. You can, not very many people go to shelters. But one is doubled up homelessness, and that's where there's numerous people living together in a single space, often far exceeding the capacity under a roof, but homeless. Somebody may be paying rent and maybe no one is paying rent, but very crowded and substandard conditions of health and mental health and sanitation, as you would guess. So it's there in that neighborhood. But as we rose to this challenge, our construction has been gradual, and we are, nearing the completion of phase 1, this wonderful welcome center that will be the welcoming place and a place to give people a lot of in-depth help with their situations. But construction has been slow. Allocation of materials, which is typical nationally, of during the pandemic. Some of those items have been 6 months coming. Everything's so slow, but watch for a big shout when it gets done. Meanwhile, our numbers tripled with our doorway ministry out the back door, and we began serving 120 to 150 people each time who look to us for food and other items, crucial resources right there. And so we have been rising to the challenge in all kinds of weather, never closing, but always present to at least 80 people signing in each week with a team of heroic 20 to 25 people serving that many people out the back door.
Wow. And it's important to mention that here we are still going through this pandemic, and we still have to be very careful in being around large crowds and in close proximity. So with that being said, you've got the temperatures that are going to be dropping sooner than later. So you're going to then be dealing with the pandemic on top of the frigid temperatures that we experience here in Wisconsin. So the goal of the MacCanon Brown Homeless Sanctuary is to serve as a daytime homeless shelter, because people will be surprised to know that I think in Milwaukee, this will only be the second one. And so you have people who have nowhere to go until some of the doors open at 5 and 6 o'clock in the evening. So the daytime shelters are so very important. So what are you foreseeing in dealing with the cold and the pandemic?
We have already given out over 7,000 face masks. We have a nurse presence every time with all these people standing in line. And we also have put, because we give out food, the people are so scarce on food in that area. We give out food that really helps build people's immune systems. That's a whole subject in itself. But we realized how food scarce people are. And so another priority we will have moving forward, and already have, is food production, with our own guests having a role in helping to create that, eventually becoming an employment hub. So we are going to be a food systems based pioneering model of a homeless community center. We're becoming that already, I'm happy to tell you. And with that, the people just getting a chance to have nourishing food. I heard someone say with the bag lunch, this is the only food I can hope to have today. And that was our wake-up call. So we're really big into food production. We've given out space heaters in the winter time for people in underheated and unheated situations. We gave out over 300 space heaters. This summer we gave out air conditioners and fans. So even though we're not inside yet with occupancy, when we can do more in-depth, we're addressing basic human needs. And that line of people includes people in every kind of situation, housing insecure, maybe under a roof, but many of them in these various homeless situations. There are so many ways people can be homeless.
Yes, and as we wrap up, MacCanon, I just want you to let our viewers at home know how they can help make a difference with all the work that you're doing.
Yes, we can be reached by way of our website at mb.sanctuary.org, or our phone number is 414-404-0600. We are part of a picture of giving hope in a city where some of these systems are not working for the outreach to homeless people. And there needs to be more discussion, but more action plans about that. Thank you so much for this opportunity. You know that you are, in my perceptions and many, a person who inspires greater good in Milwaukee. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and you know how I feel about you and all the work that you've done over the years. I speak for many when I say thank you, sister. It's always a pleasure, and God bless you.
Thank you.
MacCanon Brown's the president of the MacCanon Brown Homeless Sanctuary. For more information, again, you can visit their website at mb.sanctuary.org. And when we return to the show, we'll talk to a representative from the Milwaukee County Housing Division. We'll find out what resources are available for those who are homeless and those who are facing eviction. We'll do that right after this.